Hey guys, this is Melissa Griswold. I'm your instructional technology coach. With the back to school getting started and our one-to-one soon to be starting to roll out, I wanted to give you some of my go-to classroom management tools that can help you with notes and organization. These are some of my favorite tools to use. I would highly recommend them, and they're very easy to use, which is great. Okay, so have you ever lost a USB drive? Or have you created something at home, maybe on your personal computer, and you forgot to put it on that USB drive, and when you got to school the next day, you didn't have it, or you forgot to email it to yourself? Say you forgot to update your computer, or back up your computer before you updated, and you lost all your files, or you got a nasty virus, anything like that. OneDrive or a cloud-based service is wonderful to help with all that. I have been using cloud-based services for about 6 years now and love them. I started out with Dropbox and filled Dropbox up very quickly. Moved to Google Drive, and I still use Google Drive actually for personal and for some graduate school work. And then, so now with OneDrive, OneDrive is tied to your school email address. So anybody that has a Bartlett City Schools email address has access to OneDrive. And the great thing about it is that it is stored on the cloud, meaning it'll sync with any computer that you have it tied to. So on here right now, I'm using the internet-based one. So I've actually logged in to Google Chrome here. But if I come down to my Finder over here, I have set up OneDrive to sync with my school, or excuse me, to sync with my Finder. So I downloaded the program, logged in, and I don't save anything to documents. That is the only thing that is in there. Everything goes into OneDrive, and you have 1 terabyte full of space in this thing. So it'd take you a while to fill it up. So it's on my computer. I save all my documents straight to here, and then they automatically pop up on here. I have the program on my home desktop, on my home laptop, and then say I was in your classroom and I needed to give you a file real quick. Well, I could log into your computer through the internet and get my OneDrive and be able to give you that item very quickly. So it is a wonderful tool to be able to have for that purpose. Another great thing about OneDrive is that in your PLCs, say that one of your partners created a assignment for you guys or created the notes for that day and needed to share it with everybody. You could share the link very quick and easily. You can actually give them access to one of these folders. And so if I were to put something in this folder and they were linked to that folder, it would automatically pop up in their folder without you having to do any emailing, to send them a link, anything like that. It's automatically done for you. So those are some of the great things about OneDrive. When you share something, you can change the accessibility to it. Maybe you wanted to just be able to view it and not be able to edit it, or view without having to log into the personal email or into those Bartlett City Schools email account. Just started using this one for my personal notes, but I have absolutely loved using it. Okay, so with OneNote, it is there to take notes. And the reason why I think it would be great for the classroom is that you can section it off into notebooks, sections, and pages. So your notebooks would be for your classes. You could have a notebook for math, science, social studies, language arts, criminal science, foreign language, whatever it may be. Okay? Then over here, these are your sections, and you could have a section for each subject. Or excuse me, not for each subject, for each unit. And then down here, you have your pages. So your pages are where you can put your daily lessons on. This one here, you can see that I've got a screenshot. This was of us using Padlet. So I took a screenshot of that program that we were using, and I could upload it into the notes itself. You can also add in file attachments. If you had a Word doc or a PowerPoint for that day, anything, you could upload it and then it'll be tied directly to that page's notes. Web links, equations for math people, pictures, you've got some basic shapes over here that you can add in as well, some Cartesian planes over there. Even some audio recordings, so say they needed to record part of the lesson, they could do that as well. On the home page, some of the editing tools, your basic font editor over here. Then you've got over here, these are to help you better organize your notes. You've got a to-do list, maybe some great questions to ask, and something that's very important. Remember it for later, websites. They just make it stand out a little bit more. And I use those periodically throughout my notes just as a quick visual reminder that I need to go back and look at something. Okay. So OneNote is a great tool to use. And again, it syncs with everything. So if you were to pull OneNote up online, it would pull it directly up there and you could type your notes in there. So here I am back at my OneDrive. I've got my OneNote folder. I could open up technology conferences, go to that notebook assessment, and then here is that notes that we took earlier. So this is a great tool, I think, for students to be able to use to keep organized with their notes. Then if you started off at the beginning of the year, they could do it with all their subjects, several subjects, etc., and just start them off on the right foot. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I'd be glad to help you. Or if you have a tool that you would love for me to review, to research, to find out more about for you, let me know, and I'd be glad to help. Have a great day.